Good evening. I'm sitting here after a few beers and a whole day to think about the ramifications and what this trade of Khalil Mack to the Chicago Bears really means. And either way you look at it, it's sketchy. So you got player Khalil Mack, who's a beast. He's a monster. To be honest, he's one of my favorite Raiders. That's just the way it is. Love seeing someone just get after it. But you got a man who wants to get paid. And it turns out, looks like Chicago's going to give him a 6-year extension at $141 million. So get your money, man. Props. Let's just say, first off, highest paid defensive player in the league. Congrats. You earned it. Straight up. Thanks for the good times. But on the other end, the Raiders, we lost the best defensive player in the league. There's not really any good way to look at it, but after hearing a lot of people and their opinions saying that there's going to be a lot of bad blood in the locker room, right? Derek Carr's man, guy he said he's always been tied to and will be tied to for the rest of his career, is now no longer on the team. But when you really break it down, if it's all about money, you got Derek Carr's long contract, and if the Raiders were to keep the contract Khalil Mack wanted, he's going from a little over $13 million this year up to $26 million. And if my numbers are off, bear with me, I've had a few beers. But you're going up to that. That money is automatically taken up for the next 5 years, maybe 6 years. You've got salary cap issues, and you've got almost 30% of your budget tied up in 2 players. And that's great. If we were Super Bowl bound, great. If we can sit with that decision for 5 years and feel comfortable where we stand, that'd be great. But we're not. We don't even know what we have. And with Khalil Mack going to Chicago, that gives us back, $26 million we weren't going to spend, locked in for 5-6 years to give us the flexibility to find new players, find new options. We don't know what we have. We're going to have to make some serious changes next year, no matter what happens. So, yeah, I think it was a tough decision. And let's call it what it is, right? It just happened to be the worst time ever to have a pissing contest. You got Khalil Mack, who wanted to get paid. Like I said, not hating on him for that. Going up in the same time, Coach Gruden is trying to build a team that no one's bigger than the team. Everyone has to earn their spot. And then he's getting minimized by a player saying, I'm not going to show up to camp. I'm not going to show up to preseason games, right? So you got a pissing contest where Coach Gruden's looking like he doesn't control his own team. You got Khalil Mack saying, you're not worth my time until I get that money. Fair enough, but still, Coach Gruden can't just get slapped in the face like that, right? I mean, this is a situation of who's are bigger. Except Gruden made the call. So he shows up, first year, Gruden is trying to make an impact on a team, and he's got his supposed, right? Because remember, he didn't work with him. Best defensive player in the league, best defensive player on the team, defensive MVP, a all-pro who's saying, I'm not even going to show up and talk to you. Because I heard that Coach Gruden did reach out to him in the conversation trying to get the dialogue going, and he didn't call back. Well, I mean, there's not much you can do with that. And I knew it once the very first game he sat out, first preseason game, I thought, this isn't going to work out very well. Right? You got a pissing contest, head coach's first year who's got a long-term deal. And that's another thing. Everyone says, Coach Gruden is getting a 10-year, $100 million deal. He's getting paid. Why can't Khalil? There's something wrong with Khalil Mack not getting paid. Except for it's just a little different, right? Because coaches don't fall under salary cap space. So money's one thing, and money's going to be plentiful in Las Vegas, right? So the long-term money's not really the issue, but cap space is. it's tough, right? You're a Raider fan. It's hard to see Khalil Mack go, period. I mean, I thought he was a beast. He was a monster. But you know what? If money's all that mattered, right, which sounds like it was, then Khalil Mack got what he wanted. He's going to be playing with a pretty good front. I mean, he's going to be playing on a pretty good team, pretty good defense, and he'll be able to, he'll be able to excel wherever he's at. But the Raiders get two first-round draft picks. They're freeing up, supposed $13 million this year or $25 million if he would have accepted the contract extension that he wanted. We'd have been cash strapped. We wouldn't be able to make any changes next year. So while it's hard to stomach Khalil Mack leaving, I have to say that on a positive side, I can see that it gives us flexibility. I can see that it opens up options for new players and time to correct some of the, some of the decisions that need to be corrected, some of the players that we may need to bring in or ship out, and give us some flexibility with funds. So not easy to see Khalil Mack go, but since he is, and this isn't an advertisement, but whenever a Raider leaves, retires, or gets traded, go to RaiderImage.com. The jerseys on there, as soon as they get traded, as soon as they're not on the roster, they are cheap. You can get some good Mac jerseys, especially if you're a Mac fan, and I am. So it was a tough day just trying to think this through, man. But anyway, go get a Mac jersey. They'll be real cheap. I'm out.